Hello everyone, this is Kathy from Divine Debut. Thank you for visiting my channel. Thank you for your support, your patience, and everything that you do. Today is actually the 21st of July, and I'm just quickly looking at the astrology before I go on to they're going to be a little bit short because of the timing. As I've told everyone, I haven't been well, so I wanted to get something out to you because it's a very important time right now. We are a week away from the second eclipse, which is going to be on the 27th or 28th, depending on where you're at in the world. And it's going to be at 4 degrees of Aquarius. So it's on the axis Aquarius, Leo. First of all, I'd like to say happy birthday to all Leo people out there. The sun is just moving into Leo now. Once it hits 4 degrees, it's going to be on the eclipse. So it's going to be a full moon lunar eclipse in Aquarius, right? And why is it so important? Why is it so drastic? It's a drastic eclipse, and because there is a lot happening in Aquarius. The moon will be on Mars. Mars is retrograde, and we know Mars is not comfortable in Aquarius. Aquarius is air. Mars is fire, so that can be quite explosive. Now, we all know what Mars stands for. It's our passion, it's our drive forward, it's what sparks the fire, what lights our fire. And being in a retrograde mode and right on the moon is, the moon is our emotions and Mars is what we feel, our passion. So there's a tug of war here, especially, with the sun opposite the moon. Being a full moon, of course, the sun is always opposite the moon. And the sun will be right on top of the north node. That's why it's so important as well that this eclipse is happening right on the nodes. Obviously, that's when eclipses happen, when the sun and the moon, they hit the nodal points in the chart. Now, the north node being in Leo, the south node is in Aquarius. We are finishing up eclipses in this axis, Leo Aquarius. So this is one of the last eclipses. There is another one happening roughly, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be in January. That would be the final one on this axis because the nodes will be moving from Leo Aquarius to Cancer and Capricorn. So this eclipse is major. It is very, very strong because it's also squaring Uranus in Taurus, and it from Uranus to the sun and the north node, like the sun is on top of the north node, right? North node is where our destiny is, where we're supposed to be moving towards. Leo is all about the heart, all about what we truly love, children, creative projects. Leo is... It's ruled by the sun, right? So the sun being in Leo is in its home, and the sun is our ego. It's our core. It's who we are. It's how we shine in the world, how people see us. Now, Aquarius is being an individual. It's the reactive. It's the It's the person who wants to be an individual. They want to be a part of a social group, but they want to be, and they are very different in the sense of being part of a group, but being an individual. Now, Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. So we actually have Uranus being in Taurus at 2 degrees. Taurus is what we value, it's all about the 5 senses. It's all about the physical body. Anything that is tangible and material in our lives. It's what we receive from work. It's what we how we like to comfort ourselves, right? So we've got Uranus in Taurus, say Uranus being the individual, Uranus being the revolution. Whatever does not work in our lives is going to be changed. drastically with Uranus moving through Taurus and having a square, which is a difficult aspect, you know, going right across to the moon and where Mars is, where the eclipse is taking place. So what are eclipses? Eclipses are all about shifting, changing. So there's going to be a drastic change, a drastic, unexpected shift in anything to do that of what we value. And of course, doing things differently. That's what Aquarius is all about. And, you know, again, there's a sense of a tug of war because Mars is there. Mars across from squaring Uranus. Also, we've got another square from Uranus to the Sun and the North Node, as I said. So another tug of war, rebelling against what does not work for what our heart desires. We have to go for what our heart tells us to do, not what the group is all about, but what is important to us. So there's a T square. A T square is when we have an opposition, right? So there's the moon is across from the sun and it's being squared. The T square is forming, there's two squares like from Uranus, as I said, to the North Node and the Sun, and Uranus to the Moon and Mars. So very difficult energy, but I have to say that we've got positive aspects as well. We've got Neptune and in Pisces, which is trining, very positive aspect across to Jupiter in Scorpio. Beautiful healing energy. Healing through transformation. What is Pisces all about? It's a healing sign. Of course, it's a sign. Pisces is a sign that is the divine love. It is above all. It's giving. It's very nurturing and very, how can I say, very motherly in the sense that it gives more than it receives, right? And that's the downside, the shadow side, I should say, for Piscean people, because they usually feel as though they've given too much, you know, and they don't receive back as much as what they give, but they give from the heart. Now, Scorpio, another water sign, so Pisces trine to Scorpio where Jupiter is, two very deep, very mysterious, very occult sort of signs of deep transformation, very deep and mystical realms here. And having a trine with Jupiter, two major players, Neptune and Jupiter in the sky. Now, Jupiter is going direct, which is a beautiful thing. Thank God for that. And bringing in transformation through the divine love, I would say. Now, we also have a beautiful trine from Chiron to the point of where the Sun and the North Node is in Leo. So Chiron is the wounded healer. It's, you know, having been wounded and mastering and being able to heal others. So whatever wounds from previous lives, from childhood, you have gone through in your life, there's a point of healing through loving and nurturing yourself, or even being loved and nurtured by going through channels of inspiration of what is Leo. Leo is the sun, as I said. Leo is, it's fiery energy, but Leos are very, very giving as well. Leos are big enough to give. Of course, they like to receive as well. Is the child. Leo wants to have fun. Leo wants to shine. So there is a nurturing and a healing energy through shining your light, showing yourself in the world, being up on stage, feeling like a child, innocent. Now, anything to do with creativeness, anything that you have created, and of course, Leo is all about children. So for those of you that have had difficulty in conceiving, maybe this is a very healing time for you. right? Trines are beautiful aspects in astrology. Now we've got one more beautiful trine in the sky, which is Pluto in Capricorn, trining over to Venus in Virgo. Now, Venus in Virgo is not a very strong Venus, but we know that Pluto is all about transformation and beginning again. Something dying, something that did not work for you is going to be transformed. Now, Virgo is all about the finer details. It can be a sign of over-criticism, looking too deeply at the details, and this sometimes with the trine, I would say that this would be a positive thing. So looking at the details, but don't overdo it. Yes, going deep with Pluto, and there can be information coming in, information in relation to anything to do with love, transformative love, or anything to do with material and material gains, money, anything like that, because that's what Venus is all about. And Virgo is the house of work and, what you do every day in your life. So there is a beautiful, beautiful transformative energy there. I'm so looking forward to when Venus will be moving into Libra. Venus rules Libra, and Venus is very strong in Libra, so everyone has Venus somewhere in their chart. Looking forward to that. Lots of love, lots of money coming into balance very soon, something to look forward to. Now we've got another eclipse on the 11th of August. I will be back to talk about that. I will leave you with the astrology part of the reading. I think that's enough. For everyone, good luck with this eclipse. There is a lot that we're dealing with. As I said, Jupiter going direct and finishing up on November 8th in Scorpio. It will be moving into its home sign of Sagittarius, and it's going to be in its home where it's extra strong. So Jupiter will be bringing the blessings in. I do believe that Jupiter is already starting to pick up momentum. It's starting to bring in everything that we've gone deep to work through. So I think that we're going to start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Scorpio is very hidden, very mystical. We've come up with a lot of things, a lot of information has come up that needs to be sifted through, and we're working through that for the next few months. I think we're on our final part of the journey of, as I said, transforming, beginning something new, being rebirthed. Okay, so lots of new beginnings coming in. All right, people, let's begin with the readings for end of July 2018, love and general, as I always do. One more thing, I will have the continuation on Vimeo. So for those of you that these readings resonate, do go to Vimeo. Give me a day before they're uploaded there. Thank you so much again. I will do my best to get on track with the readings. Thank you for those of you who took part in the competition. For those three winners actually that have come forth. Thank you so much. And again, congratulations. Sending you all my love. Talk to you soon.